Happy New Year, all of my Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising folks out there. It's time to have a look and see what's going on with your major astrological highlights of the year 2026, Part 1. And I've decided to do Part 1 because as I was getting ready to do the New Year's forecasts for everyone, I was like, this is a lot of information. This is a lot of stuff that's not going to be able to be retained or worked with. And there's no point in anybody getting up and making astrology and tarot videos if it's just going to be sat on. So we're going to come back with part 2 later on. Like and subscribe so you know when part 2 and all my other videos come out on this channel. And if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. So what is the astrology weather for quarters 1 and 2, January to June 2026 for you? Well, we start off with a continuation of Jupiter retrograde in Cancer. Jupiter went retrograde at the end of 2025, and Jupiter's going to remain retrograde in Cancer until March 10th. And so this is your 5th house of love, romance, personal business enterprises, as well as creative pursuits. And this is a time where a lot of things that maybe would have been valuable assets, inclusions, partnership roads, or partnership opportunities for the single and available, or maybe even things that would have been valuable boosts to a personal business enterprise's success and liquidity, are going to be reintroduced in your life with a very intense new emphasis. Now, this has been something that might be something you've noticed going on since about the end of November, beginning of December 2025, but it's going to be a highlight up until March 10th. Jupiter retrograde likes to challenge us on our tendency to shelve things, or maybe challenge us to pay attention to where good things have already been trying to be introduced into our lives or get closer, but have not been given the time, space, and priority. Relationships are going to be going through a very interesting transformation, getting back on maybe the roads that were the most rewarding and the most fulfilling for them. And new relationship opportunities are likely new and known going to be rising up in front of you in a way where you can actually see their promise. When we have Jupiter retrograde for the personal business enterprise, this could be a time for those of you who do work for yourselves or have some kind of working business investment. You may find that situations where it's maybe your work or something that you're working on has strayed from its core purpose or intention could be getting challenged to get back on a better road. Luckily, it will also be getting a lot of incentives to do so. Whatever you follow up with and whatever you do work with is likely going to be going through a powerful boost as we get past March 10th. We also have another callback theme coming up this year. Neptune and Saturn are returning to Aries. They are re-entering Aries. Neptune on the 26th of January and Saturn on the 13th of February. And this is going to be a re-entry and commitment to your 2nd house of income, employment, and security. And with Neptune and Saturn here, this can be a very weird time. A lot of you Pisces people are probably going to be feeling this transit stronger than all the other signs. Because with Neptune, this is actually beautiful because this is a time where a lot of really important shifts and floodgates are opening to bring new wealth, new prosperity, and monetary gains into your life and your world. However, with Saturn there, you're also going to be seeing what is not going to be on the winning team, so to speak. So a lot of you are going to have to be ready to make some serious turns or make some serious alterations to maybe certain business alliances, work commitments, or even employment situations to cash in. This can be a time where a lot of you could be noticing that pressure building and building and building, and it can be kind of tense to think about, okay, I do have to bite the bullet and transfer. I do have to bite the bullet and look for a new job if I want to actually get more money. I do have to bite the bullet and change lanes here. But guess what? For those who do, Neptune is going to reward those who learn the Saturn lesson. And we also have some very interesting callbacks coming up here as well to quarter 2 of 2025. I want you to think back to April, May, and June of 2025. What was going on back there for you? Because a lot of us were actually coming into a very powerful new stride. It did end up getting stopped short in July and August because July and August had a lot of really possessive, hold-out, control influences there. but that's not going to be allowed this time around. And you may be noticing that a lot of winning opportunities and big wins are going to be coming your way that are very reminiscent, or perhaps are the exact same as what you were being set up for success-wise in April, May, and June. We also have a solar eclipse in Aquarius on February 17th, just before we get to your birthday season. And this is occurring in your 12th house of the past, private matters, secrets, hidden opportunities, and your inner world. Now, a solar eclipse is kind of neat here because this is what we would call a resurrection moon, something getting brought to life or brought back to life after not really actually existing in your world, in the physical, in the outer world. Now, for a lot of you between February and May, you might be noticing that something that has been a part of your inner world or your private world that you don't normally share with other people, the place you go to escape from the outer world, the place where you've compartmented your real self, is coming into prominence in your outer world. And that can be a really good thing, but it might also throw some of you through a whirl. This is also a time where an old ambition, an old win, an old treasure, or an old wish is going to come back to life, and you're going to get a chance to revive something from your past that you haven't had for a while. We also have a lunar eclipse in Virgo occurring on March 3rd, which is in your 7th house of partnerships and closest one-on-one connections. So this is the area that rules the boyfriend, girlfriend, BFF, the business partner, the husband, wife, the roommate, all those kinds of close one-on-one connections. And between March 3rd and the beginning of June, lunar eclipse in Virgo is going to be initiating a very important transition, culmination, ending, and graduation. Now, for a lot of you, this could be a situation where an important jump is occurring that changes the status of an important relationship in your life. Or for some of you, it could also be that a partnership is leaving a road or leaving a reality it's been stuck in. This could also indicate the end of a period of being single or being in a not so good business partnership or alliance, for those of you curious about that, but it is going to require you to be ready for a game of musical chairs. We also have quarter 2 picking up some strong paces for you, with Uranus re-entering Gemini on April 26th. This is your 4th house of home, family, living situation, and home economy. And with Uranus going into the 4th house, this can usher in an era of great prosperity, but also great movement and potential instability. Because with Uranus, you might be noticing that a lot of things are kind of shaking up and shifting up around residential circumstances, investments, plans, family relationships, and money. Now, on the good, Uranus likes to evolve, right? He likes to push things up so that they are more successful, so that they are more prominent. But there may also be a lot of shifting sands underneath it all at the same time. A lot of you may realize that maybe what you thought was your forever home is not your forever home. Maybe some of you realize over the course of the next year that in order for a home-based business operation to thrive, it must occur in a different way or under different conditions. Some of you are going to get also a chance to revive, revitalize, or reform or redeem a lot of family relationships that have been maybe astray or maybe been frayed in some way. And some of you may find that some big boosts are coming to you if you take a leap of faith away from a place you've set up shop. This is concluding a 7-year journey where Uranus in your 3rd house, Taurus, has been kind of mixing it up when it comes to what you feel you can trust and what you feel you can commit to. And over the course of Uranus's trip through Taurus from the end of 2018 until now, you've been feeling a lot of cognitive dissonance around who is the good guy, who is the bad guy. Am I on the right side? Am I on the wrong side? When it comes to all areas of your life, socially, professionally, relationships, family, it doesn't matter. New stability is coming, but it is going to be something that requires a cleaning of your slate. And it looks like Uranus is going to be playing that game strong after the 26th of April. Finally, we also have Jupiter entering Leo on June 30th. And with Jupiter entering Leo, this is a light up of your 6th house of work, reputation, and your schedule, as well as the teams that you're on and the value you get back for what you put in the world. And with Jupiter going into your 6th house, a lot of you at the end of quarter 2, beginning of quarter 3, are going through a powerful lane change into a place of more career prominence, a higher career standing, and likely, yes, more of a boost to your earning power. Jupiter here can also put you in a position where not only your talents and abilities are more widely recognized and respected, but you might also notice that you are getting a chance to maybe commit to some kind of career path that you've not necessarily been able to fully dip your feet into, but has been a lingering, if quiet, aspiration. And that's going to be a big theme of quarters 3 and 4 for you. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, son of Selene, and should you ever want to get a personal reading with me, head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.